how can we be in this world and experience it from a place of truth? It's so easy to be caught up and overwhelmed by all the things going on within the government, the economy, within our families, within our personal life. And it's just fascinating to be able to explore truth. Like, what does all that mean? And how can I connect with light, truth, love, or even joy in having a life that really fulfills me in today's day and age? The thing that I love is, as near as I can tell, as human beings, we're here to evolve. It's about evolution. And on this planet, this thing called Earth, we are here experiencing contrast. We're experiencing duality. And so within that, we can use the light and the dark and the hot and the cold. We can use these opposites to actually grow, to actually learn, to actually heal. And the thing that I'm just fascinated with is when you look at it, it's really a process of how we can take a place of pain in our life, a place of struggle, and being able to apply these processes in a very healing way that can take and touch us so deeply, where we can let go of the pain, the fear, the struggle, and open up to having a completely new experience, thank God. And as that process, it really is a three-point process, and the first aspect of it is acknowledging, look, I have pain here. You know, there's someone in my life who I love so dearly and they're dying. Or there's challenges going over on the other side of the world, and how do I make that right in my head? And so when we acknowledge the places of pain and perhaps recognize with what is it that is touching me, where are those places of pain? Not denying them, not pretending they aren't there, but this first process is really about acknowledging what is going on in my life. And that acknowledgement is certainly a part of bringing healing to it. And that brings us to the second step. And the second step is really about allowing ourselves to connect with compassion. Being able to connect with that we can accept, open up to a place of understanding. Oh, look, there's a point where we've forgotten, a point where we feel separated from ourselves and the truth of who we are. And when we can really get our arms around the aspect of not making our feelings wrong, because our feelings, thank God, aren't the truth of who we are, but they're indicators of what's going on in our life. Where are the triggers? Where's the pain? Where's the suffering? And when you can truly acknowledge, oh, look, I'm in pain regarding this loved one's transition, this loved one's dying. I'm in pain regarding feeling rejected in this relationship. I'm in pain regarding not being able to find in my work, all of a sudden the job that I thought defined me isn't there. And the feelings of lack of self-esteem and self-worth and all of these doubts and things that question. When we can truly recognize a feeling of, I don't feel safe, just through the process of acknowledgement and letting go of even finding out what the answer is or what the solution is, but really bringing a place of compassion and understanding to it. It's just like if a child hurts themselves. You don't need to have the mental explanation of their boo-boo on their knee or their elbow. You get to just bring a place of compassion. Oh, I'm so sorry. Bring that understanding. And in that acceptance, that allows us to shift into the third process. The third process is about letting go of the pain, letting go of the struggle, knowing that at certain times we hold on to things so tightly, and in that holding on to what the form should look like, whether or not this person should live or die, whether or not I should still have that job, or whether or not those individuals should respect me. It's about stripping away all of our stories that are no longer working. How do we know they're not working? Well, if we're experiencing pain and struggle, I can guarantee you there's a story in there that we're holding on to that's not true. So once we allow ourselves to recognize that in the awareness, in the opening up to compassion and understanding and acceptance ultimately, that allows us to move into the third process of surrender. Letting go of the pain in the struggle. It allows a deep, deep healing to take place as we transformed from a place of that story of how things should look like into a place of allowing. 15 years ago, I had a daughter who died. And my story was she should have grown up in my household. She was 9 days old when she died. My story was it should look a certain way, that she should be there with the 3 other children in our household. And what I'm really delighted, and I referred to that experience as the gift of pain, because the gift of pain often elevates us to change something, to do something differently, to look at something differently, to let go of that which no longer serves us. That experience in my life recalibrated my experience of life. Things that used to bother me, things that used to hit my Richter scale, didn't even matter anymore. And as we move forward in exploring this thing of life and the invitation to grow in life and to evolve with what is true, some of these stories get to be opened up into a place of allowing what is. I've done research. 10 out of 10 people die. We evolve within our lifetime and our jobs, within our families, within our experiences. And that is a part of evolution. So often when struggle comes in, we want to make it wrong. We want to make the situation that we're experiencing wrong. We don't have to be tied to what something should look like in any given moment. But it's an invitation to recognize that what before us isn't right or wrong, it just is. And within our place, within humanity, within evolution, we can take that and we can allow ourselves, through acceptance and saying yes to what is, to move to a place of healing, to move to a place of surrender, letting go of that which no longer serves, and opening up to, yeah, I get to be in this life. Or as Jesus said, I am in this world, but not of this world.